15 goals, 19 FIFA World Cup matches, 2 World Cup titles, 1 convulsive fit on the morning of a final that broke the heart of an entire nation, and a nickname that says everything you need to know about him. Oh Phenomenal, the phenomenon. Welcome back to Road to New Jersey. This is the Football Vault, and today we are telling the story of the greatest World Cup striker who has ever lived. A man who defied injury, defied logic, defied everything the sport thought it understood about how a striker could play. Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima, known simply as R9. This is his World Cup story, and I promise you, by the time we are done, there will be no debate, no argument, no discussion. R9 was the most devastating striker ever to play at a FIFA World Cup. Let me prove it. Brazil, 1994, USA. Ronaldo Nazário was 17 years old. 17. He was the youngest member of the Brazil squad that traveled to the United States for the World Cup. He did not play a single minute, not 1 second on the football pitch. He sat on the bench. Match after match, he watched Brazil win the whole thing without him ever touching the soccer ball in competitive play. Brazil beat Italy on penalties in the final at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Ronaldo held a winner's medal in his hands, and he was furious. Not with Brazil, not with his teammates, with himself, with the football world, with the fact that he had been there, right there, and he had not been able to contribute. He filed that feeling away somewhere deep inside him, and he kept it there for 8 years. That hunger, that fury, that desperate need to matter at a World Cup became Ronaldo Nazario's greatest weapon, France, 1998. By the time the 1998 World Cup arrived in France, Ronaldo was no longer just a promising youngster. He was the best player in the world. He had scored 47 goals in 49 games for Barcelona in a single season. He had won the FIFA World Player of the Year award back-to-back at just 21 years old, the first player in history to do it consecutively. Brazil arrived at France 1998 as the favorites, and Ronaldo was the reason. At 21 years old, standing on a football pitch in France, he had already rewritten every record a young striker was supposed to reach. He scored 4 goals on the football pitches of France. He slalomed through defenses with a pace that no defender could handle. He scored against Scotland, against Morocco. He struck the soccer ball past the Chilean goalkeeper with a thundering finish in the round of 16. He opened the scoring against the Netherlands in a dramatic semi-final on penalties. R9 was the best player at the 1998 World Cup. He won the Golden Ball as the tournament's finest player, and then came the final, France versus Brazil. Paris, July 12, 1998. On the morning of the final, Ronaldo Nazário suffered a convulsive seizure in his hotel room. His teammates found him. He was taken to hospital. On the team sheet submitted to FIFA, his name was left out. Then hours later, he was reinstated. He played. He was a shadow of himself, a ghost. France won 3-0. Zinedine Zidane scored twice with headers. Ronaldo barely touched the soccer ball, and the world asked, what happened? What really happened to the most dangerous striker on the planet on the night of the biggest match of his life? The full truth emerged slowly over the years. The convulsive fit, the confusion, the pressure, a Brazilian congressional investigation trying to understand the mystery. Brazil lost. Ronaldo could barely walk off the football pitch. 4 goals, 1 golden ball, 1 devastating defeat. And inside R9, that fury from 1994 had now been joined by something worse. Heartbreak. He filed that away too. Korea and Japan, 2002. 4 years passed between 1998 and 2002. And in those 4 years, Ronaldo Nazario's body tried to destroy him. 2 catastrophic knee injuries at Inter Milan in 1999. His patella tendon snapped during a match. He collapsed on the football pitch. He was out for almost a year. Then in 2000, it happened again. The same knee. Another rupture, another year gone. 2 years of his career, erased by injury. Doctors told him he might never play football again at the highest level. The fitness experts doubted him. The pundits wrote him off. The world moved on. New strikers emerged. New heroes were crowned, and Ronaldo Nazário worked in silence. When he arrived at the 2002 World Cup in Korea and Japan, he was not the same player physically that he had been in France. The explosive pace that had made him untouchable in 1998 was diminished. The slaloming runs through entire defenses were now a thing of the past. But the finishing was still there. Brazil played on the football pitches of Asia with a front three that was simply unfair. Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Three of the most gifted players Brazil has ever produced, operating together in the same tournament, and through the group stage, through the knockout rounds, R9 scored and scored and scored against Turkey, against Belgium, against England in the quarterfinal, against Turkey again in the semi-final with an improvised finish with the outside of his right boot from a position that had no right to end in a goal. And then the final, Germany versus Brazil, Yokohama, June 30th, 2002. Oliver Kahn was Germany's goalkeeper, the best goalkeeper in the world at that time. The man who had been almost unbeatable throughout the tournament. The man they said could not be beaten. 67th minute. Ronaldo receives the soccer ball inside the penalty area. One touch, two touches. He shifts his weight. He opens his body. He drives the ball past Kahn's left hand. 1-0. Brazil, 79th minute. Kleberson plays the ball through. Ronaldo controls it on the football pitch just inside the penalty area. He steps inside his marker. He places it low, hard, past Kahn. 2-0. Brazil are world champions. Ronaldo ran to the corner of the Yokohama Stadium and fell to his knees. He looked up at the sky and he wept. 8 goals in a single FIFA World Cup tournament, joint highest by any player in the history of the competition. 10 goals in World Cup knockout matches, the highest in history. 2 goals in the final, making him one of only 2 players alongside Pelé to score twice in a World Cup final. Golden Boot, World Cup winner, redemption, complete and total redemption. If you are watching this and you love football content that goes deep into the greatest stories this sport has ever produced, hit that subscribe button right now and smash the like button. We post new episodes on the Football Vault every Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday. And tell me in the comments, is R9 Ronaldo Nazário the greatest World Cup striker of all time? Or do you have someone else? Drop it below right now. I am reading every single reply. Germany, 2006. By 2006, Ronaldo was 30 years old and carrying a body that had been through more than most footballers face in an entire career. He was heavier than he had been, slower than he had been. The brilliance of 2002 felt distant. But there was one more record to chase. Gerd Müller of West Germany had scored 14 World Cup goals. Ronaldo had 12 heading into the 2006 World Cup in Germany. 2 goals and the record was his. He scored against Japan in the group stage on the football pitch in Dortmund, 13 goals. And then in the round of 16 against Ghana, a penalty struck into the bottom corner past the Ghanaian goalkeeper. 14 goals, equal with Gerd Müller. Brazil versus France in the quarter-final. Ronaldo needed one more. He did not get it. France won 1-0. Zinedine Zidane again. Brazil were out. And Ronaldo walked off the football pitch in Germany for the last time. But he had already set the record. 15 World Cup goals. More than any player had ever scored in the history of this competition. A record that stood for 8 years until Miroslav Klose broke it in 2014. And a record that Lionel Messi surpassed with 21 goals at the 2026 World Cup. But here's the thing about R9's 15 goals that nobody talks about enough. Ronaldo Nazário scored those 15 goals in just 3 World Cups, 3 tournaments. Messi needed 6 tournaments to reach 21. Klose needed 4 to reach 16. Ronaldo did it in 3, averaging 5 goals per tournament across France 1998, Korea-Japan 2002, and Germany 2006. At the rate of goals per tournament, R9 remains the most prolific World Cup striker in history. And look beyond the goals, look at what those numbers represent. 10 goals in World Cup knockout matches. No player in history has scored more in the stages where everything is on the line, where one missed penalty kick, one goalkeeper save sends you home forever. 2 goals in a World Cup final, scored past the best goalkeeper in the world, on the biggest football pitch stage in the sport. 15 goals across 19 FIFA World Cup matches, a rate of 0.79 goals per game that only Gerd Müller has ever beaten in a full tournament career. And all of this, from a man who missed 2 full years of his career to career-threatening knee injuries, from a man who collapsed the night before the biggest match of his life in 1998, from a man who came back when the world had already written the next chapter without him. That is why R9 is different. That is why the greatest strikers who have ever played this sport, Mbappe, Haaland, Kane, all studied him, all referenced him, all said that watching Ronaldo Nazário on a football pitch was the moment they understood what a striker could truly be. 15 goals, 19 World Cup matches, 2 winners' medals, 1 golden ball, 1 golden boot, 1 night in Yokohama that made a generation weep with joy, 1 knee on the grass of a Japanese football stadium, 2 hands covering a face full of tears, and the weight of 8 years of fury and heartbreak and injury and doubt finally lifted. Oh, phenomenal. The phenomenon, the greatest World Cup striker who has ever lived. Tell me in the comments right now. R9 or Haaland? R9 or Mbappe? R9 or Messi? Who is the greatest World Cup striker you have ever watched on the football pitch? Drop your answer below. This debate does not end today. The next video in this series is already waiting for you in the Road to New Jersey playlist on the Football Vault YouTube channel. The link to the full playlist is in the description below. Click it right now and keep watching. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. I will see you in the next one.